When you think of the United States military, what do you think of? Don't answer that. I think about Cadet Kelly. I think about Hilary Duff ending war with mediocre rhythmic gymnastics. I think about her being asked, "What is our next plan of action, General?" And she says, "Replace our borders with rainbows." We are reviewing a non-fiction documentary called Cadet Kelly. Cadet Kelly is a Disney comedy that came out in 2002, and it was the most successful Disney Channel original movie until High School Musical released. So it was a pretty big deal. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
You can see everybody here is depressed.
So Kelly is a 13-year-old girl from New York City, and she is just such a free spirit. She goes to an art school in the city where she doesn't have any real work to do, and she's always acting completely unhinged, but never faces any consequences.
I was really able to sense the...
At first, I thought that her and her friends were just messing around, but I guess this was for an actual school project.
I call it Dance of Family, and I couldn't have choreographed it without my best friend, Kelly. Yeah.
Oh, and Kelly is also extremely ADHD. She has lots and lots of ideas and just never knows which one to pick.
How's your family project going?
Oh, well, I've decided to do a video documentary.
Oh, weren't you going to write a short story?
Well, that was before I was going to do the family sculpture garden.
Can we talk about this look that she chose to grace us with? What kind of Adderall shit am I looking at? You're in art school, Kelly. I expect better. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this is an accurate depiction of an art school student in 2002. They never really explain what Kelly's dad does, but he carries around photography and video equipment. And then he also explains that he's traveling to some places. I don't know. He also feels very unhinged.
Where are you going, Dad?
Chad, Sudan, and over to Myanmar.
Oh, great, Dad. You're traveling to the 3 worst places to travel to. I didn't do too much digging on this, but Google does not recommend any of these locations, and specifically describes Myanmar as one of the most violent places on Earth. So, I don't know. I'm assuming he works for National Geographic or pretends like he works for National Geographic. Mom and Dad are very much divorced, which does not surprise me at all. I know that he looks like he's the fun dad, but I would be on divorce court. Your Honor, he keeps flying to Fiji and poking the cannibals with a stick. Mom, on the other hand, looks like she is a working woman. There is also no way this man gets paid for whatever the hell he's doing. And that's exactly why she left his ass. This is just a few of many examples of Kelly being annoying because she has her camcorder up in her mom's face while she's clearly on a work call.
Kelly, honey, you know what? There's such a thing as too much of a close-up.
What are we doing? My mom would beat my ass. Take the camcorder, throw it out the window, Mom. Right from the 52nd floor where you live. And then Kelly runs into the damn fishbowl. Don't run away. Couldn't you, just stop it from falling? I feel like there was a lot of time for any of you to stop that accident from happening. For God's sake. Mom has to be pretty loaded because Kelly is going to art school in New York City, which has to cost a lot of money, and they live in what looks to be a massive apartment. So she's bringing in the dough, and it's all her. I don't think her ex-husband is doing anything of the sort. Here we meet Mom's boyfriend, who I'm gonna call Mustache because I can never remember this man's name. She is going in, and she is getting it. Mama is getting it. She is ready to engulf Mustache like a furnace. But oh no, Kelly once again has to have her camera in everyone's face, bothering everyone. And it hits Mustache in the nose. I'm gonna take away your Tamagotchi and your paintbrushes. I don't know what the fuck you do anyways, Kelly, except annoy everybody. Go outside and play with your ribbons. Also, to Kelly's surprise, Mom and Mustache are getting married immediately, which Kelly seems to be completely fine with.
Oh, well, in that case, you have my permission. I think you'll be good for my mom. You being so stable and all.
I don't know, usually in this movies, the kid freaks out and yells, "Well, I'm not gonna call him Dad." In fact, she asks what she should call him, and Mustache suggests Sir, which brings me to our next plot element.
Sir, your choice.
Sure.
Mustache is in the US military. I want to give a trigger warning to any military kids watching this because this movie 1000% romanticizes a military father-daughter relationship. But oh no, surprise, surprise.
Surprise!
Mom and Mustache are moving to upstate New York.
Mom? Did you say moving?
What? Yes. To a place that has no takeout.
And Mustache just so happens to be the principal of a military boarding school. And that means Kelly now has to go there.
Military school? No.
Which confuses me for several reasons, but we'll get into that later. You might be thinking, why would mom do such a thing? Why would she just up and leave New York and send her daughter to military boarding school? Well, I'll tell you why. There's two main reasons. And the first is that mom has been fronting the bill for the past 13 years with Dora the Explorer. Mama has been working her ass off and her kid has zero manners. And this fine-looking Republican with a pension is coming in and saying she doesn't need to work anymore. She can stay home, cook and clean. He says, shh, no baby, you don't gotta work anymore. You've been working way too hard. I can't blame her for waving the white flag. She said shattering glass ceilings is no longer on my plane of existence. And reason number two, come on, I get it. The D is fire, and she is ready for full throttle deployment. Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby. Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. Kelly, of course, is really upset about moving away from her friends and her art school. I mean, I would be upset too, because she doesn't have to do shit there. Where is she gonna get her dirty water hot dogs?
Where will I get my dirty water hot dogs?
So as you can probably imagine, military school is way out of Kelly's comfort zone.
Hello? Where can I get a cafe mocha?
I'm stealing that. I'm gonna start saying that anytime I'm anywhere I don't want to be. And obviously Kelly is just so different than everyone else. She's walking into the dorms or barracks. I don't know what the hell it's called. I'm not smart, okay? And I didn't do any research prior to filming this. Everyone is side-eyeing her because she's dressed like Lizzie McGuire. And I'm confused because I don't know why they wouldn't have given her a uniform before arriving. This is Carla. She is going to be Kelly's support system in this movie, and she is 1000% a lesbian, and I will explain my gay accusations later. Kelly is just having a hard time grasping the lack of individuality in military school.
It's just a blanket. It's not like anyone's gonna see it but us. Everything here is by the book. Thanks for the warning, Carla. But I'd really like to try and retain my individuality.
And she doesn't know what to do with it. And I don't know what she was expecting. I guess, you know, she's naive, she's 13. All the girls are really nice to Kelly though, which I found surprising. They immediately fill her in on the latest gossip in military school. All these girls just find out that the captain that they were assigned to is Jennifer Stone, who is played by none other than Christy Carlson Romano. She was on Even Steven. She played Kim Possible. She is probably my favorite character in this whole movie, mostly because she is consistently insufferable, but also every time she looks at Hilary Duff, she looks like she's about to start laughing.
And it's not ratty.
It is now. And keep it out of my barracks!
Why would you do something like that?
This blanket situation is going to start a massive pissing contest between these two girls. Oh, and Jennifer calls her a maggot all the time, and she just
Maggot.
really loves that word. I'm gonna have to double check on the closed captioning after filming this. And Jennifer particularly hates Kelly because she's consistently unbothered and very, very petty.
Am I understood? Sir, yes, sir!
What I find so hilarious about Kelly is she is expecting the entire school to make changes based on her expectations, unrealistic expectations, of what military school should be like.
We may be in military school, but we still live in a democracy. Some things are just gonna have to change around here.
I think Hilary Duff rebranding a US military academy would have made this movie 10 times better. But is it really a tween flick if there's not a dreamy popular guy for all the girls to swoon over?
Cutest boy I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, he looks just like a rock star.
Yeah, so Kelly is ready to hunt down Brad. Carla has zero opinion on Brad's appearance for many gay reasons, but the plot thickens because apparently Brad is supposed to be dating Jennifer, which is very, very confusing to me. But it makes Kelly even more of an opportunist about it. And apparently there's a dance later that week and Jennifer and Brad are going together. Also, I'm confused because throughout this movie, Brad and Jennifer are supposed to be dating, but Brad acts like he's not dating Jennifer. Like, why didn't he say anything to her here? But Kelly's first week at military school isn't really panning out as her mom had hoped because Kelly is very clueless. You see, Kelly doesn't know how to act like a normal human being because her last school had seemingly zero rules.
At my old school, we only had to do math when we felt like it. It was a really good system.
So she can't even function. Later that day, all the girls are showing each other all the dresses that they're gonna wear for the upcoming dance, except for Carla, who doesn't have a dress to wear. I have to pause and talk about Carla for a second because Carla is a pretty complex character for this kind of movie. The plot insinuates that she didn't have a very good home life, and they never really dive too deep into it. The way that she says that home isn't what she would have picked out and how she appreciates military school more, I don't know, it's possible that she's not gay and she just had a bad home life. I think she's gay. Carla, to me, reads as having a crush on Kelly. That's just my perception. Later, Kelly and all the other girls have to go through some kind of obstacle course, but as you can imagine, Kelly is making the whole thing a lot more complicated than it has to be.
Down there, right now, you maggot! You're gonna leave a man behind? No! You're gonna rappel down the...
Couldn't they have picked a different word? I just feel like I'm witnessing a hate crime. Kelly is also really afraid of heights.
I hate heights. I'm even hoping not to get too tall.
And Jennifer just leaves her up there. I mean, at this point, everybody has left, and no one even notices that Kelly is missing, except for Jennifer, who makes her climb down the rope. But oh no, Kelly never finished the course. So Jennifer is making Kelly do the course over and over again until she does it correctly. And that means that Kelly cannot go to the dance.
What are you gonna do about it? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do about it. What? Absolutely nothing. 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 Absolutely nothing. 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 Absolutely nothing.
Actually, she is so real for that. Jennifer has this girl named Gloria coach Kelly on the obstacle course who is initially very loud and aggressive,
Back up! Let's go! Onto the tires!
but ends up being really nice.
When I'm crawling in the mud here, I pretend I am there, on the beach.
It takes Kelly forever to figure out how to do the course, but Gloria ends up being the first leadership figure to be patient with Kelly. So since Kelly finished the course, Gloria sends Kelly to the dance, and I'm thinking that she's gonna be a normal person and walk 10 minutes to her house and pick out a dress. You'd think that that would be the logical solution, right? But no. Kelly is actively approaching the dance, rolls down the hill, and somehow manages to specifically ruin Jennifer's dress, who isn't even anywhere near the entrance. She's like all the way in the back. And Kelly, for some reason, is like latched onto Jennifer like some kind of parasite. Everyone starts clapping. Brad, who's supposed to be her boyfriend, I'm guessing, is not helping at all.
Well, there's somebody who knows how to get down and dirty.
I would cry. I'd probably shit on the floor. Kelly's like, oopsie. No. Kelly, you did that shit on purpose. And I would personally send her an invoice for that dress the very next morning. This leads her to the commandment's office, which happens to be Mom's new boyfriend. He's trying to get through to her and he's like, Kelly, you're acting unhinged. She's like, yeah, I know. This place is so cringe.
I am not happy about your performance.
I'm not exactly happy with what's going on either. Things could be much better. Did you know that
And she really offends them when she criticizes the drill team, which are people that swing around rifles, but in a very artistic way. So Mustache ends up giving her a warning for her actions, and this is the first time that Kelly gets any kind of consequences for anything.
That's a lesson you need to learn, Private Collins, and you will learn it. Dismissed.
Look at her face. She's like, what the fuck did you just say to me? So Kelly is ready to tell her mom that military school just isn't the vibe. It's just not something that she wants to do anymore. Mom tells Kelly that she's knocked up.
We're gonna have a baby.
And so now, of course, Kelly doesn't want to ruin that. She already broke the fishbowl.
What were you gonna tell me? Me? I was going to tell you that Carlos turned out to be a very good friend.
There is no chance in hell my mom would let that slide. She'd say, what's wrong? I'm your mother. I know. Tell me, because I know you're full of shit. Mom, I don't like military school. They make me learn things, and I don't know how to behave. My mom? You know what she'd say to me? She'd say, are you being...
La 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 la
The next morning, Jennifer sees Kelly after the infamous dress incident. Kelly's actually doing what she's supposed to for the first time, but Jennifer sees Kelly's rainbow blanket from earlier hanging out of her pillow, and she straight up tears it apart. I mean, I get the dress thing was insane, but I don't know, Jennifer. I feel like that was taking it a bit too far. But do you think Cadet Petty is gonna let something like that slide? No, I'm afraid not. No, she sneaks into Jennifer's room and puts paint in her hair. I feel like Jennifer should have just done this instead. The blanket ripping thing was very much a vibe killer, but all the girls think this is hilarious. And I think Kelly would have been a good sport about it. But Kelly's shenanigans get her sent to cadet court, where she is going to be punished for her actions. Specifically her rainbow assault on Jennifer's hair, which I'm going to rant about in a minute. But Kelly is sitting by the stairs listening to Mom and Mustache talking about this. She's crying because she is hearing Mustache talking about Kelly ruining his career, which...
Listening to my dad, watching him, living in this house, can't blow it.
And you think one little girl is gonna make that happen?
I didn't till I met the one little girl who could.
Okay, I don't know why she was sent to military school in the first place. She could have just been homeschooled, given the circumstances, but whatever. Let's not be dramatic here, Mustache. She's not ruining your career. I don't even know what that means. Kelly goes over to Mom and is like, Mom, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to.
No, an accident is when you knocked over Nemo's fishbowl. You got your arts and crafts in the dead of night, Miss Cadet Hilary, and fiendishly painted a rainbow in her hair. Okay, I know you want to get back at that homophobic nematode of a person. I know you want to be even Stevens with her. But come on, girl. You could have just reported the blanket situation over to Mustache and he would have sent her packing. You had destruction of property with evidence and a lot of witnesses. But no. You chose violence. You said, why not take a crazy chance? So what you're not gonna do is sit on the damn steps and say, it was an accident. Give me a damn break. If you're gonna play dirty, you need to own up to it, okay? You reap what you sow and the seeds have been planted. Now you have to finish the job, Kelly. Seize her. I guess in military school, all the students run the school's court system. I don't know. I'm not verifying that information. I'm not going to attempt to. I'm not PBS or the History Channel. Brad still makes decisions that make me question his relationship with Jennifer because he makes her remove her hat in court, knowing it's painted rainbow.
Violation of the uniform dress code.
Speaking of dress code, your cover, please. Cadet Captain Stone.
Section...
Captain, the evidence. Please.
Look at the smirk on this guy's face. I don't like Brad. I don't know why Jennifer couldn't have just washed her hair before court. I would have immediately washed my hair. She could have just taken photos to present to the judges or whatever you're going to call them. So this seems like a lack of preparation on your end, Miss Jennifer Nematode. Kelly is still found guilty. Not sure why she couldn't have used the blanket situation to countersue, but I don't know how that works. Mustache has to decide what her punishment is going to be, and he took her comments about the drill team
You know that there's this whole group who practice throwing around rifles?
very, very seriously. So much so that now she is going to be the equipment manager for the drill team. She also learns that the drill team hasn't placed since 1970.
We came in third. We haven't done that well since.
Even then, they came in third, so they suck ass. Do you think Kelly is going to change that since she's so talented? Do you think Cadet Kelly is going to save the drill team? Absolutely she is. She is going to save the out of the drill team. We're gonna watch it happen. Meanwhile, Dad, who we haven't seen for the last 40 minutes, is taking pictures in the jungle. I don't know where the hell this man is, okay? I don't know where he got the money to afford whatever data plan he has in the year 2002. Kelly's first day of her punishment has her running into Brad, which becomes an extremely weird interaction. He's giving weird Master Alpha Skibbity Toilet energy, like he's the type of man to make his woman dress up like a dog and bother people at the local Walmart.
Call that a shoe shine. You know, we could get gigged for that.
Why'd he do that? Why'd he do that? That's nasty. That's dirt. That's dirty. He's dirty. That's weird. Disgusting. Absolutely repulsive. Not only is Brad in the drill team, but so is Jennifer and Gloria. And Kelly is just in complete awe over watching these people swing around their rifles.
Can I borrow some Spitzer? Promise to pay you back.
You know, I think I might call local law enforcement because I truly do not know what to say about the usage of saliva in these interactions with Brad and Kelly. Also, Jennifer and Kelly continue to awkwardly fight over Brad's attention. He even rubs Kelly's head at some point. I don't know, guys. I'm just the messenger. The drill team has their first competition, and this is going to consist of a gunslinging routine and some sort of duet. During the duet, they have this inspirational music in the background. Kelly is straight up looking at them and is like, is it just me? Or is this really fucking stupid? Carla, it's like, yeah, bitch, I don't know. That looks like something that I could do. I mean, what was that? Am I being disrespectful? No, I don't care. I will be disrespectful and I will have fun doing it. This other school, though, they are just blowing their routine out of the water. Okay, General Harry Potter is having his moment here. This is what he was born to do. Look how fast he's going. He's swinging it around. He's doing it. They have Abby Lee Miller teaching them. We don't see the other school's duet, but I guess it doesn't matter because literally anything would have been better than whatever the hell they did. Brad is like, listen, guys, we don't need any more practice. Are you sure, Brad? Because they were twirling around their rifles a lot faster than y'all were. You mean to tell me that those girls can't break dance or do anything other than slap their knees? But Brad just says that they need more creativity. And who do you think is going to solve that problem? So everyone leaves except for Brad, who was super bummed, and Kelly is trying to cheer him up by acting cute with one of the rifles. Brad is just, he ruins it.
Do it again. And that's an order.
This Republican lizard crawled out of the Okefenokee swamp. He is not human. He makes me feel uneasy. He reminds me kind of sort of like a Scientologist or a dungeon master. He needs to leave Little Miss Cadet Kelly alone, and he needs to be watched. But remember, the drill team needs creativity, and Kelly believes that she has exactly what they need to win. But the only problem is that she doesn't know how to swing rifles. So she ends up bribing Gloria with a bunch of accessories to teach her how to do all of that, so that she can try it for the drill team. And she seemingly teaches her everything she needs to know in one afternoon. I could be wrong on the timing. Maybe it's like 2 days, a week, whatever. Hilary Duff can do anything.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Plot twist, she nails the tryouts and makes it on the team. Mustache is so proud of Cadet Kelly for learning a valuable lesson about respect. And even though she humiliated Jennifer both by ruining her dress, which I still think was intentional, and also painting her hair, she will never face actual consequences for that. So this next part of the movie is also very cringe, but very relevant to the plot. Kelly sees Jennifer doing that clap, snap, Macarena thing, and she's like, this shit looks so easy. So in another effort to terrorize Jennifer, she starts aggressively following her, and this turns into the most unimpressive dance-off I've ever witnessed. I'm watching this over here, and I'm thinking, okay, this is a haha silly moment. This is just Jennifer being a nematode and Kelly being a weasel. No, this is an inspirational moment for the entire team. They all see this and they're like, this is great. And they want them to do this as a duet at the regional competition. I'm sorry. You're going to do the cha-cha slide in front of military Harry Potter? You think that is going to win you the trophy? He's going to avacadabra you into the void of shame. I don't know, guys. I'm pretty speechless with this duet thing.
Was not a retreat, but an advance to the rear.
So advancing to the rear is a good thing.
In this case, an excellent thing.
Advancing to the rear. What the hell? How'd you sneak that in there? Later that day, Dad comes to visit for the first time, and Mom is super pregnant, so I can tell that a lot of time has passed. Dad gets Kelly all excited because his shooting location is right next to where her drill team competition is, so he'll be able to see her perform. And right before the competition, Brad tells Mustache that Jennifer and Kelly are their secret weapons.
Secret weapons.
I have a hard time believing that, but we'll see. All of a sudden, Kelly's BFF from the city shows up to watch her in the competition, Amanda. Kelly, who is super excited, she introduces Amanda as her best friend, and Carla is just like, okay, best friend? Best friend? What am I to you? This competition seems to be going very smoothly. Kelly is answering all of the military trivia questions. They're about ready to start swinging around the rifles. So they're feeling pretty good. That is until Kelly notices that her dad isn't in the audience. And she thinks something's wrong because he pinky promised that he would be there. Her cell phone rings in the middle of the intermission, and this pisses off everyone. They're like, oh, here Kelly goes again, just ruining everything. And what if that happened in the middle of the Jeopardy? That's why they're mostly mad. They would have been disqualified. And also, Kelly is known to be a little bit of a wild card, a jester, if you will. So when she tells them that her phone only rings when there's an emergency, they don't believe her. They're like, okay, whatever, Kelly. You gonna paint my hair too? But she's concerned that her dad is in trouble because he promised to be there. And this man is always climbing in places that he's not supposed to be. Carla 1000% adds fuel to the fire for no reason at all.
Your truest friend can help you out of this one.
What an out-of-pocket thing to say in that moment, Carla. Look at her. She is mad as hell. Oh yeah? Your dad's missing? Kiss my ass, Kelly. Mustache identifies that something is very wrong with Kelly, and he finds out about her dad not being there. Kelly is obviously very distraught and worried about her dad, but at the same time, she doesn't want to let her team down because she's learned a lot over the course of the movie. But Mustache takes it upon himself to pull Kelly out of the competition momentarily to go find her dad. Meanwhile, Harry Potter and his wizards are demolishing their routine. Jennifer is like, guess who's missing?
Guess who's missing?
Guess who's missing? Jennifer, did it not occur to you that Mustache and Kelly are gone? Anyways, Kelly sees her dad unconscious on the edge of a cliff. What a surprise. And I'm gonna say it again, I can see why mom divorced this primate, okay? Because what a stressful relationship this would be. He is always up to no good, climbing around, and now Kelly's missing her drill competition. Why was he climbing? What was he doing? Kelly's got to save her dad and has Mustache help hold the rope, which is a big moment for Kelly because she said earlier that she's scared of heights, and this was like the biggest thing that she was struggling with. She wakes up dad, and he's smiling. He's like, oh, it's Kelly. I would be so irritated. Making me tie a rope around my waist to save you because you think you're Spider-Man. He's lifted up and he's taken to an ambulance. And this becomes a whole moment where Kelly realizes that she now has two dads in her life that love her very much. Everyone has learned a lesson except for Dora the Explorer, who's probably going to do this again next week. The drill team did their rifle dance routine without Kelly, and they're all dragging her through the mud for not being there until she shows back up with Mustache, who then backs up Kelly's story. Bet they all feel pretty stupid now. Kelly also apologizes to Carla and lets her know that she's just known Amanda for a lot longer, but that she really cares about Carla as her friend. The final duet performance by Kelly and Jennifer starts off somehow worse than the other one. As soon as they whip out the twirly ribbons, I checked out. They really thought they were doing something there. At the end of the day, they still placed, and I don't know where they ranked. They didn't say. Jennifer says something nice to Kelly. No actual relationship happens between Brad and Kelly, and that makes me happy because he is a swamp creature, and Kelly's character is 13. So that works for me. And that's the end of the movie. Wow, okay, so final thoughts. Unironically, this is a very entertaining movie to watch, and I think y'all should go watch it. And as always, I'm going to leave a link in the description to go and stream it. The plot is really well written. Like, just like all DComs, there's a few plot holes here and there, or there's some things that they could have just done differently. I particularly appreciate how dynamic all of the characters were. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Ta-ta for now.